So guys, you're going to start with your arms over your head and stretching from side to side. Bring them back up, stretch on one side, hold, stretch on the other side, hold. Now you're going to stretch your legs out straight in front of you and roll your back down onto the mat. Reaching the arms above the head, roll up and grab the balls of your feet. Stay here for a few seconds. Roll back down onto your mat, arms above your head, roll up, and grab your feet into forward seated fold. Roll back down, arms above your head, roll back up, forward seated fold. Back down, arms above your head, roll up into forward seated fold. You can grab your feet with your opposite hands, grabbing the left toe with your right arm, reaching back and lifting that leg up. Place your arm on the back of the mat, bend that knee, and come into a seated fold. Bring that leg back straight in front of you and reach for your forward seated fold. You're going to do the same thing on the other leg, keeping it straight, placing your hand back on the mat, bending that knee, and coming into your seated fold on the other side. From here, you're going to come into boat pose. Bend your knees, keep your arms straight. Come down, hold for a few breaths. Back to boat pose. And release. Roll yourself up, crossing the ankles and coming back to all fours. From here, you're going to transition into cat-cow. Do this a few times. This is going to warm up your spine, help increase flexibility. From here, stretch out the left leg and the opposite arm to your right arm. And hold here in your one arm plank. From here, come down into a push-up, stretch into cobra, and then back into cat-cow. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So taking the right leg now, stretch that straight out, and your left arm into your one-sided plank. From here, you're going to go into your push-up again, back into cobra, and into downward facing dog. From here, you're going to come into dancing dog. So come back to cobra, then back to downward dog, cobra, back to downward dog, back into cobra, back into downward dog. From here, jump up into your forward fold, raise up your arms, and come down to forward fold. Halfway, back to forward fold, and jump back. From here, chaturanga into cobra, and then back to downward dog. We're going to repeat this a few more times. This is sun salutation A. So from here, transition to plank, jump up, forward fold, halfway, upward salute, and then back to forward fold, halfway, jump back, chaturanga into cobra, then downward facing dog. So the purpose of this is to warm up the body. That's why it's called sun salutation. Jump back up, forward fold, halfway, upward salute, back to forward fold, halfway, jump back, chaturanga into cobra, and then back to downward facing dog. From here, jump back up, halfway fold, forward fold, arms to sky. From here, come into chair pose, bending the knees, sinking the hips back, then come into forward fold, halfway. This is sun salutation B. Stepping the feet back, chaturanga into cobra. So this we're going to add a new move to. Come to downward facing dog. Hold here for a few breaths. Come to your plank, stepping your right leg forward into warrior one. Keeping that back leg, your foot is going to be not facing forward. Come back down, step the right foot back, chaturanga into cobra, back to downward dog. I'm going to do that on the opposite leg. So come back to plank, step the left leg up, reach the arms above the head into your warrior one. Come back down, kick some ants off your mat, chaturanga into cobra, back to downward facing dog, back to plank, jumping up into half forward fold, and then back into chair. I'm going to repeat this one more time. So forward fold, halfway, jump back, chaturanga into cobra, downward facing dog, plank, step the left foot up, reaching the hands above your head into your warrior one. Step back, chaturanga into cobra, downward facing dog, stepping the other leg up now, arms above your head, chaturanga into cobra, and back to downward facing dog. Jump back up, half fold, forward fold, and stepping back into chair pose again. Raise the arms above the head, come back down, back up, back down, jump back, chaturanga into cobra, come back into downward dog, back to cobra, downward dog, back to cobra, downward dog, hold here, come back to your plank, chaturanga into cobra. From here, come back into your cat-cow, and then push back into child's pose. keeping your arms straight in front of you. From here, push back up to Cobra, and then back into Child's Pose. Back into Cobra, and then back to Child's Pose. From here, you're going to sit up, reach the arms above your head, stretch on one side, stretch your arm across on the other. From here, come back to Lotus, and now you're done.